even if the sun is not shining, they have UV rays as well, and those UV rays take a longer time for the panels to charge, but they still charge all the time. So if we look this direction at the solar house now, we have 20 panels. They're called PV for short, or photovoltaic panels. And those panels, what happens during the day, the sun shines on those panels and it charges some special batteries that we have. And I'll show you the batteries as well. They're kept outside, but we have a spare battery bank inside. So I'll show you the ones inside because I don't have the keys to the one outside. The solar house itself is painted yellow because light colors reflect the sun. So that's the reason why we have a light colored solar house. Because if we had a dark colored house, the sun, like if we had a black house, the sun would just soak up and basically it would be very, very hot inside. If you look at the windows of the solar house, the windows of the solar house have been tinted. This is a reflective tint and this helps to reduce the heat inside the solar house. So just like your cars that are tinted, the solar house is always tinted as well, because that helps to reduce the heat inside. So now we're going to go around the side of the solar house. I just pick up this. I don't know whose one this one is. I don't know if that's yours. We're going to go
Is yours? Hold it for me.
Okay. Right, so this is where our battery bank is. I can't open it right now because I don't have the key. But when we go inside, I'll explain how the batteries work. So just like your Game Boys that need charging or your mobile phones, the batteries need charging as well. And once those batteries are fully charged, they work for 48 hours. So when we had bad weather like Hurricane Tomas, we were the only building in this whole area that had electricity, because everywhere else was relying on light and power. So we don't rely on light and power, we just rely on the sunlight. So we had full power. So we'll go to the bathroom. So this is the back of the solar house, and you'll notice the other 8 panels on the roof. So in all there's 20. So the name of them, they're photovoltaic panels, PV for short. The roof of the tiles itself, they're made from the recycled plastic bottles that you throw away, and they withstand winds of around 120 miles an hour. And I'll show you what the tiles look like when we go inside. I have one that's been taken apart just to show you what the tiles look like. So the tiles that we have on the roof are enough to withstand a category 1 or 2 storm, which is pretty good because then your roof won't blow off. The tank that we have outside is not linked in at the moment, but that would ordinarily be used to flush the toilet and water your plants. It holds 400 gallons of water, which is a day's rainwater. So it only takes a day to fill up this tank, and with that tank water you can use it to wash, you can use it to flush your toilets, or you can use it for everyday uses like washing your cars and stuff like that. So we're going to go around to the solar water heaters now. Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. The dome sticking out of the roof of the solar house, that's the top of the sunlight pipe. And what this dome does, it has a magnifying glass on the very top. It lets in the natural sunlight from outside so that you don't have to turn on and off the light. Then next to it we have the top of the solar attic fan. And what this solar attic fan does is act like an extractor fan, and that pulls out the hot air from the corridor section so that you feel cool in that area. So now we could go around to the solar water. Companies in Barbados. We have Solar Dynamics, which was first, I believe, in 1974. Then we have SunPower and Solaris, which is telling you, they used to be called Aquasol, and they changed their name to Solaris Energy now, because basically they're doing solar retrofitting, and what retrofitting means is that after your house is finished, you can then add the additional panels to create electricity. So that's what he's doing, and he's invented a solar dryer, and he's been doing some work in Africa as well. So this company, you'll be hearing probably a lot about them. They're very progressive in the field. And then Solar Dynamics, as you know, they were the pioneers in the solar water heating industry in Barbados. They have businesses now in St. Lucia and Jamaica, and they're looking to expand into Miami as well. So Barbados is actually one of the leaders when it comes to solar water heaters on people's homes, because over 90% of homes in Barbados have a solar water heater right now. They're trying to persuade the hotel industry to get involved, because a lot of them still rely on electricity for their electricity rather than the solar. Our wind turbine that we have here is not used for anything, but throughout the island you're going to be seeing a whole lot more wind energy projects, because there's one that they're going to re-establish in Lamberts in St. Lucie. That was the old wind farm project, and they're supposed to re-establish that plant so that they'll provide electricity to the people in the local area as well. A lot of people complain about noise and stuff like that, but the newer wind turbines have their own small inverter, and what that inverter does is just convert the electricity, but it's a lot quieter now. So we're going to go inside the solar house because it's quite hot outside, and I'll explain about the rest of the components.